All right, this is Atlas's 17th session. He was a little worried about the stick there, and I'm just kind of trying to get him used to it. Like, oh, hey, remember, this is the stick. It's okay. And I'm just approaching and retreating right here because he's used to having the stick on his face first. So I'm just trying to do something with him that he knows. So he was good there. So I'll click him, feed him. So I'm just trying to remind him of the stick. Like, okay, remember you targeted it. Remember it touched your face and it was okay. And then we're going to build from there. So then I'll bring it back up, rub his face, he seems okay with that, rub down his neck, because I really want to progress down to his shoulder, down on his legs, past his withers, on his belly. So here's on his chest, that was pretty good, so I'll click him for that. He didn't get real worried. So when I'm desensitizing the stick, I like to break it up into 3 sections on the horse. So first I start with targeting, that's not a section, but I have him target the stick, and then the first section is going to be the head and the neck. And then it's going to go to the withers and then stop right at the front legs. So right about there, like I'm running on the shoulder right there to the top of the front legs. There, he let me touch his front leg there, so I clicked him and I'll feed him. So from the nose all the way to the withers and then down his shoulder to where his front leg meets his shoulder is the first section. And then the second section that I do is the front leg, so everything below the shoulder, behind the withers to the hip, and then on the belly and under the belly. That's my second section. So I'm starting to work on the second section here where I'm rubbing on his back right there and then right down his legs. And he got scared there. He's like, oh, I'm not so sure about that one. I'm like, that's all right. I'll use the hindquarters and then remind him, hey, it's just a stick. Remember this stick, it touches you on the face, it touches you on the neck, and then it can touch you right there. Good. And I'll click him when it touches him on the leg right there. So I'm just trying to do little building blocks and build his confidence with it and make sure he's okay with it. So the third section is going to be from his hip down, down the hind legs and behind the tail. So we're on the second section right now. And then I'm doing that on both sides. I'm only going to show you this one side because it's the same exact thing. And then I had a weird angle, so you couldn't really tell what I was doing, but I'm doing the same thing. So I start up on the neck, I work my way down. If he wants to move there, but he didn't, so I'm retreating by going back up his neck. I'll come back down. And he wants to move again, I'm gonna retreat. Because I really want to click some good stuff. So if he keeps his leg still, I'm going to click that. So like that, he kept his leg still, so I'll click that. So depending on his level of fear, since he was worried and he wanted to jump, if he continued to want to jump versus just move that leg, then I'll click for just one little touch. But since he was staying and just kind of moving his leg, I was like, okay, well, he's not as worried, so I can kind of build that up with the negative reinforcement, which would be the approaching and retreating with the stick. So I'm going to work my way down the belly here, kind of get further down on his back. That looks pretty good. So again, here I'm retreating. I'm just going to let him step back. He has a little bit of grain left in his bowl, so I'll let him eat that. But lots of approach and retreat, and then just clicking for the good moments or using that to build up if he's really worried about a certain location of me touching. So right down, rub it on his belly and his back. Very good. Click him there because my stick was down under his belly. Some horses get really worried about that one, so make sure he's okay with that. I just do a nice little short session. I did do the other side, but I like to do this in sections so it doesn't overwhelm him quite too much. There, rub it on his belly. That looks good. Underneath his belly. Very good. Click him for that. That was a nice little session for him.